Bonjour, mes enfants. C'est votre Uncle Dan. Yeah, it's Uncle Dan, the vinyl man. Yeah, I thought I'd come here and talk like Sam Elliott to you for a while. And you might say, Uncle Dan, why are you mumbling like Sam Elliott when you don't actually look much like Sam Elliott, even if you are wearing a cowboy hat? And well, the truth is, children, partners, mes enfants, mes amis, oui. You see, spitting the truth. Spitting the truth about vinyl records. That's another account. I'll link to him. He said, "Show me your albums. What's got them there cigarettes on it? You know, the coffin nails. You know, the cancer sticks. He wants to see the albums with that. Well." Now you see, there's a thing about him. He sometimes wears himself a kind of necklace. So Uncle Dan figured, well, I got to have something around my neck other than a collar. So I got out one of my fine bolo ties here, and I figured if I was going to have a bolo tie, I would have my cowboy hat on too. Actually, this is one of several cowboy hats. Yeah. And you say, Uncle Dan, why do you dress like a dime store cowboy? And you know what? To please myself, which is what you ought to be doing. You ought to be dressing to please yourselves too, children. That's right, yeah. Well, anyway, I figured, spitting the truth about records, he wanted to see himself. He wanted to say, hey, show me an album with some cigarettes, with a cigarette on the cover. And I thought, do I have one? I don't know. I don't know if this qualifies as having a cigarette on the cover or not. Yeah. Does that work here for you, Mr. Spittin' the Truth, Bobby Truth Spitter? You tell me. Yeah, Neko case, hell on. With the divine Neko case. I don't know if you're a fan of Neko case. If you're not, just go away. You ought to be. This is an album from 2018, double album from 2018. It's pretty cool. It are a gatefold. Let's see, starting over here, I guess. Let's see, it looks kind of like my house, But then with the divine Neko herself, and then over here. Yeah. Anyway, that's a place that's been through a fire, right? Yeah, which happens to places. So that's the interior of it. Here's the back cover. So then it has an insert, which is really very cool. Big cool insert. So I won't show it all to you. Go out and buy it. Why? I'll take my word for it. Neko Case is a really cool photographer. And she's just a cool photographer. A lot of her stuff has cool photographs. She does, unusual stuff. So anyway, the big basically an art catalog or an art thing in there. So yeah, and this provides information about the musicians on each cut. The two discs, and Mr. Bobby Spittin' the Truth. Y'all got enough cigarettes there, you reckon? How about that, Mr. Bobby? Yeah, there's some cigarettes there. Lyrics printed on this. Where is the album from here? I don't know where that is. Where could that be? Who knows? There's the More of them ciggies, more of them cancer sticks, more of them their coffin nails. Yeah, yeah. The devil's weed. Yeah, not weed, but it's another weed. And a cool, attractive vinyl there. So, whoop. Let's try it that way. There we go. I'm a fan of Neko Case. I learned about her in 2002. She has a Seattle connection. I was living in Seattle at the time. She has a Seattle connection. Her third independent album, Blacklisted, got a great review in the Seattle PI or the Seattle Times. I can't remember whether the Post-Intelligencer was still being published at the time, but got a great review. I hadn't heard of her before I got it, and fell in love with that album right away. Actually, I got it as a CD, and I still have it. I then quickly bought the other two albums which were available at that time. The Virginian, she was actually born in Virginia, and Furnace Room Lullaby. Both are excellent albums. Furnace Room Lullaby is my favorite album by her. Set Out Running, I think is just a great song, but there are a bunch of really great songs on that album. And then Blacklisted is great. I can't, Middle Cyclone. I can't remember all of them. All the others also have the Canadian Amp, which she recorded in her. She recorded the Canadian Amp in her house, and she was living in Canada at the time. But yeah, she got her start performing. She lived in Tacoma, and has a song, All American City, about Tacoma on Furnace Room Lullaby, and so she lived in Tacoma, kind of grew up in Tacoma, performed in Seattle, performed like at the Tractor Tavern before I knew who she was. I did see her in 2002. She was touring on Blacklisted, and she performed at the Crocodile Cafe, so a small venue. I got to meet her. I can't remember if it was between sets or if it was the end of the end of it. I got to meet her, shook her hand, which was tiny. She has a very tiny hand, and she's a quite petite person. Got to meet her and got her signature, got her to sign my CD of Blacklisted. So yeah, one of the great musicians, and I think very highly of her. So Bobby, I hope you're happy with the cigarettes on that. I hope that's enough cigarettes for you. Ought to keep you smoking for a while. Okay. So it's Uncle Dan, the Vinyl Man. And by the way, in French, cowboy is cowboy. So, yeah. Uncle Dan, the Vinyl Man, wishing you as always, mes enfants, happy trails to you. No, wait. No. As always, mes enfants, au revoir et aussi à bientôt.